New video, who's this? Hi. Since my last video, I've learned a little bit more about stick handling. I'm just gonna really figure out with you which hand goes on top and which one goes on the bottom. I have both left-handed and right-handed stick. We know that right-handed stick means that blade looking left because you're shooting from the right. No, yes, that's why it's called right-handed stick. And then the left-handed stick, the blade looking to the right because you're shooting from the... No, I always confuse this. Left-handed stick has a blade to the right, looking to the right, and then you're shooting from the left. That's why it's called left-handed stick. Depends where you shoot from. I'm gonna stick handle and with both arms, like dominant on top first and then the other way around, so I see what feels better. Also, some people told me count when you're stick handling, so it's more steady and flowy. I just count 1, 2. Some people also told me don't chop. Sometimes I'm being a little bit chaotic, so I might just like, but I'm just joking. It's just my quick brain, probably. But yeah, so this is my right hand on top, dominant. Left hand non-dominant on the bottom. Compared to day one when I started stick handling, I had not that I know now, but things starting to make a little bit more sense. And I think this is my 3rd or 4th time. When I stick handle, I literally stick handle like 3 minutes and then I'm like, I'm done. Some people say a good drill, especially for beginners, is figure of 8. Another thing that I used to do a lot is, well, I didn't do it that much. It looked like from the video that I was doing it, but I don't think I was doing it that much. The bottom hand should be loose. And some people were saying, take a little toilet roll, like empty, and just put it at the bottom. Don't squish the roll. The top hand should be moving, like moving your wrist. So that's what moves, and I think that's what controls everything. That the movement comes from the top hand, and it's better to get used to the gloves, that feeling. Also, lots of people are telling me go check out videos, and I don't want to. I think because I do this journey for fun, and I'm also experiencing the journey with lots of people, as in like online, it makes it more fun to figure it out. You're like alone. If it's something that's really bothering me, I will research and stuff, and it's good sometimes to be informed in something. Don't want to start learning something really wrong and then you realize it afterwards, and then you really stick to your bad habits. Really in tune with yourself. I think you figure it out eventually. Okay, again, right hand on top, left hand on the bottom, and also move your wrists. Soft hands and move your wrist. That's all I know. Okay, so it feels comfortable. Let's try the other way around. Dominant at the bottom, non-dominant at the top. It already feels wrong, you know? But when you see, yeah, it feels wrong because what I'm doing as well, I'm moving my wrist on the bottom one. And you'll see lots of NHL players, some do dominant on top, dominant at the bottom, they shoot from right, they shoot from left, doesn't matter. What I do is like, I am not moving this. I just like, my intuition is telling me to move the bottom, and I don't think this is the right thing to do. I've heard that it is the top that does all the wristing. Even though when I do yeah. Okay, so I don't know, guys. Things like that, that's when I ask either people on the internet, people that I know, or even better, my friend ChatGPT. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT because I feel like my right hand automatically just moves. That's a good thing to do, I think, because it moves the pack nice. But I don't know if it's okay to do that when your hand is at the bottom or at the top. I'll be back. So I've asked ChatGPT, is it normal that also my bottom moves, and do they both have to move? And apparently, yeah, the bottom will move, but when you do like certain shots, but not the top. Both wrists move, but they move differently. Top hand's wrist rotates the stick, allowing for smooth and stick handling and precise control. Bottom hand's wrist moves during shots, especially wrist shots and snapshots where you flick to lift the pad. So if you have your dominant hand on the bottom, your wrist can still move and generate power for shots. But why dominant on top feels often more natural, especially for beginners. Better fine motor control, smoother stick handling. More comfort during toe drags, sticks, and cradling. I have no idea what these are. I'm gonna figure it out later. It's not for this video. Easier to develop soft hands quickly, less awkward for positioning and balance. So your conclusion is right. If your right hand, i.e. dominant, feels better on top and you have more control, go with that. It's a totally valid setup and very common. tons of elite players shoot left but are actually right-handed because it gives them better control up. This is my issue, is that I don't know where, because I could still be dominant on top, non-dominant at the bottom and still shoot right. It doesn't matter. That's the matter of like the stick, what feels comfortable, which I haven't figured out. I might figure it out at some point. So moral of this video, I think, guys, my dominant is gonna go on top. Yeah, so when I have my dominant at the bottom, I cannot really move my left that well, yeah. I can move my right, it's almost like subconsciously my right moves. I don't think it's right, so this path is not good. My left will move eventually as well, but not now. I think we have figured it out. Makes sense for me to have light. The light is annoying me. Why is the light changing all the time when I make videos? We have concluded that my dominant right hand goes on top because I can move it better. If it feels awkward, then it's not it, and having my dominant at the bottom is not it for now. Maybe later when I figure things out more, I'll be like, yeah, I can do both. Probably not. I think you can either do one or the other. It's important what you're aiming for. If you're aiming for more powerful shots, maybe you go with your dominant at the bottom, so it matters what kind of like technique and skill and strategy you have as a player and goals. Anyway, with this, I am gonna end this video. Thank you for listening to me yapping and trying my best to stick handle. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for subscribing as well, because I always say to people subscribe, but I wanna make sure that I also appreciate the people that are already subscribed. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button, it means the world. And I'll see you, as always, in my next video. I'm gonna go and surf skate now, and good before the sun says bye. Good, bye.